Hey everybody, this here's Randy. Today, I'm going to do a little interview that I know some of you guys have been waiting for. I'm going to interview my favorite nomad, the mobile traveler. So come back, and you'll learn some things. Alright, Randy, the mobile traveler. Got a few questions for you. Your subscribers are dying to learn. So let's get right into this, okay? Let me get my spectacles on here. The first question I have for you is, what got you into the nomadic lifestyle? Elaborate a little bit if you will. What got me into this lifestyle? The nomad lifestyle, you ask? Huh. You know, I could elaborate on that thing left and right. But what got me into this was, I was sitting at the computer trying to figure out a cheaper way to live, and a documentary popped up called Without Bound. And that had Bob Wells, Randy Vining, a few other people in it. And I'm like, I can do that. That looks like fun. My hat's crooked, check it out. So that's, in a nutshell, what got me into it. It's, yeah, it's time to cut and ask me another question. Like I said, watching that Without Bound video, that got me into the thinking about the nomadic lifestyle. But what really got me into it was when my life got turned upside down. You could say that, well, I had a fire. My house burned down. Basically lost everything. Lost a couple pets in the fire. 3 of them actually. Sage, Rocco, and a little cat by the name of Mona. Well, after the fire, not only did the house burn down, but my life burned down. A few years later, I lost my son. And I just wasn't living. I was surviving, I guess. Not very good, but I just wasn't living. So, my son, Preston, he heard about this through me, and he decided, oh heck, Dad, don't be such a chicken and just do it. So, I did it. With his help. He actually had the pickup I'm driving. Well, he put a topper on it, made a bed, and he stayed one winter in South Dakota in his pickup topper. And it was rather amazing. He wanted to do it, and he did it. He just boondocked around the city, staying in his pickup truck. So I knew I could do it. So after I had lost my place to live, through no fault of my own, but I'm not going to get into that. That's some personal stuff that we don't need to talk about. I bought a 1996 Mercury Villager, I think it was, and I built that out. And I lived in it, just traveling around the town, you know, traveling around the state, and that was kind of cool. Alright, next question. Okay, thank you for that. Now, the next question is, just how long have you been living this nomadic way? Kind of a two-part question. And do you find it hard to live that way? Oh, I have been doing this for a few years now. And no, I wouldn't trade it for a minute. Not for $1 million, maybe $1.2 million. But now a few years now I've been doing this. Hard? No, this lifestyle isn't hard. It's a little tough getting into. You have to have your mindset ready for it. Being out in the middle of nowhere in the desert, it could be depressing for some. In me, a lot of people, a lot of my subscribers know that I got MS, or multiple sclerosis. And that disease will just mess you up. I was in a wheelchair for a while, used a walker. I still got a cane or two in the truck that I need to use. But I was tired of sitting at home, being what I call a frumpalump, sitting on the couch eating bonbons and watching TV, sitting on my computer doing nothing. So out here, I have to do something. I get up in the morning, 6 o'clock, bright and early with the sun. I live life. You know, that old saying, when you're born, you're dying. I don't want to live to die. I want to live to live. And that's what I'm doing. I'm living to live. You know, I got to tell you, it's great being a nomad. I did that video a while back about nomadic living rocks. It does. Alright. I can go on about that all day, but let's go on to the next question. So tell me, what does your family think about this? What does your family think about you living this nomad life? What does my family think about this? My boys, sure, they think Dad's crazy, I guess, but they're behind me. And they want me home. I got grandkids back there. But I'll see them. I'll see the grandkids. They're too young right now to Skype with or talk to over the phone because they're just little babies. So, but I do, you know, Granddad's thinking about you, Elise and Florence. Thinking about you. My family's okay with it. My extended family, you know, aunts and uncles, cousins, things like that, I guess I really don't talk to them about it, so I have no idea there. But I got to tell you, coming out here, I've made a new family. I have made what you would call a deliberate family. I have friends that I call my brothers and sisters. I even ran into a couple young kids out here that needed a dad figure. They was messed up kids. You know how they are today. Nah, I'm just messing with you guys. If there's any young ones out there, I don't really think that. But I have made a lot of good friends out here that I call family. You camp with them. You live with them. You move with them. Day in and day out. Sometimes you can't shake them. But so, where did you figure out where you were going to start this nomadic life? Why did you choose Arizona? Why not Florida or something like that? And where all do you go? Where do you camp at? Oh, throwing a little curveball at me here, huh? Two-part question. Okay. First part, why Arizona and not Texas or Florida or something like that? Well, you know, the YouTube channels I was watching, they were all down in Arizona. So I figured that would be the best place to start out. I hightailed it down here to Ehrenberg, Arizona. Met some really nice people, and they are my family now. That's why Arizona. And where do I stay? A lot of BLM property. You can stay on BLM property for 2 weeks, and then you got to move, go to some more sites. 2 weeks, you know, you just keep traveling around. free camping. As long as you are good stewards of the country, we will keep that free camping. Tell me a little bit about your travel trailer. Why did you choose a trailer versus, say, a Class C or something like that? Well, my home. I live in a 1965 Red Dale pole camper. I've had a couple other rigs before this. I had a truck camper, and of course that Mercury Villager. The pull trailer has worked out really nice for me though, and that came from a couple subscribers. They gave it to me for a birthday present. It's been used as a storage shed, so it was gutted out, and nothing was in it but the sink. So I turned it into my home. I love this thing. Fantabulous. Easy to pull, and I've made it my own. The truck camper, on the other hand, now that was my son's. And I miss the truck camper, I do. But it was starting to fall apart. I put way too many miles on that. And it wasn't made for the pickup. It was way too big. So that's why the camper I'm in now is working for me. Now for the final question. Who is the mobile traveler? Who is the mobile traveler? Well, it's me, of course. The mobile traveler is it's who I aspire to be. I don't think I'm him yet. The mobile traveler emerged, if you will, to help people. To help people realize that they could have a better life. To show people you can live a nomadic lifestyle cheaper than, say, paying rent. There's a lot of people that can't pay rent. There's a lot of people that are homeless out there. They're living in their car. They're already doing it. My hat's off to you. You know, when I started this life, I wish that I had somebody to tell me how to do it. I watched a few videos, and I got some ideas. But I wanted to be that person. I wanted to be the person that could help people. Well, the mobile traveler, it's me. I can help people. So, I guess that's who the mobile traveler is. I'll have a lot of naysayers out there. A lot of, I don't know what you want to call them. Well, I got a lot of trolls, trashy people that try to put me down for doing what I do. But when I see that old guy that I gave solar to, it helped his life. Yeah, it makes me feel good, but it makes him feel a hell of a lot better. Anyway, mobile traveler, I just want to help people. And if I can do it by having this channel, by giving you all ideas, showing you how to do things, I've accomplished what I started out doing. All right. Okay, everybody. I've had my fun. Hope you guys find this little video here kind of enjoyable. Boredom does set in sometimes out here in the desert. Anyway, remember, travel on, people. Drive safe and love one another if you can, and if you can't, you try harder. And if that don't work, leave.